Hey, it's me, Will Strife, and I'm here at PAX South with...
I'm Chris Bell, the lead designer of What Remains of Edith Finch.
Yeah, I gave this game a shot just now, and I gotta say, it's definitely in the vein of what a lot of people would call a walking simulator, but you're certainly doing something unique here.
Yeah, so I mean, the framing story has you exploring a house and finding these stories. The whole game is a collection of short stories, and in each of the stories that you play, not only are you going to experience the life of a family member, the sort of the final moments of their life, but you experience it through a totally different set of game mechanics. And so, as Edith, you're sort of coming through this house, getting the history of your family, that this childhood home that you grew up in that's very strange and weird, finding a way to these sealed up rooms. Basically, every time someone dies in the family, they seal their bedroom up like a time capsule, and they build another bedroom on top for the next person.
I saw that.
Yeah.
The house. Just this intro sequence where you walk up to it and it's like, what on earth?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
This?
Yeah.
It's a sight to behold.
Thank you.
Then I played through the first sequence of the young girl named Molly.
Right.
And at the end of it, you get a little bit of a mark off in the family tree, and I was like, that's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people.
That is a lot of people.
It's been 4 years, and we're trying really hard. So yeah, there's a number of stories in the game, and there's a number of sort of family members, right? Each story is different family members, sort of final moments of their life and leading up to their death that you experience, and each one, a different time period, a different kind of person, a different set of game mechanics, and spent a lot of development just building all sorts of crazy things, and then hopefully in the experience that you played and the whole game, it will really feel like this shifting sand under your feet where you don't really know what's coming next.
Yeah. And of course, the house belongs to a girl who has inherited it.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm assuming you get to find out what her story is in the process of experiencing all.
Yeah. So Edith's coming back, and she grew up a child in a home where she experienced the few family members that were still alive when she was a little girl, like her mother and her great grandmother, her brother. But there's this whole rest of the family tree that she has never really seen before. Her whole experience is basically being locked outside of these rooms, looking in on peepholes, standing on book stacks, wondering who was this person and what happened here. And so, you're coming back with a lot of questions, seeing answers. The family's kind of perceived as cursed. So much tragic history happens here, and it's. There's this question of is this real or is this magic, or and we'd like to sort of sit in this murky in between ambiguity. Yeah.
Are you going insane yourself?
It's honestly, it's an exciting time for the project, right? We've gone through so much. It's 4 years of just taking 100 years of history that we are ourselves constructing, and all these characters and all these mechanics, and trying to reference and cross-reference and stitch it all together, and then just pushing and pushing into this house until it's popping at the seams. The house itself is so dense, right? And it's nice to see it now when it's at that level where you play it once and there's references to things that are going to happen in the future that are just zooming over your head. You don't even see them, but were you to play it again, suddenly you're or you come back to that room, it's so to have that now is a really cool place, and it's nice to see it all working, These things, you're in an experimental phase for so long because you have so many different mechanics to build and all sorts of things, and now,
So, speaking of development time, are you close to finished?
Right, so the game's coming out on PC and PS4, and it'll be out in spring. We haven't given a firm date, but it'll be
just
pretty
spring
soon.
2017.
Spring 2017. So, right around the corner, we're sort of tweaking those final, bells and whistles, but...
Well, it was great to play. I'll be looking forward to it. Yeah, I think that you guys and your team and everything, you've done a great job.
Thank you so much.
I look forward to playing the full game when it's out.
I look forward to you playing as well.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers. Thanks.
Woo!